He just spent the night in jail, his first night in jail, and in moments, Grammy Award-winning superstar Sean Diddy Combs is expected to be in a federal courtroom making a case for his release. He's appealing the denial of his bond yesterday as he awaits trial. Now his lawyers will propose a new bail package.
It includes restricting female visitors except family. Combs is facing a potential life sentence after a federal grand jury indicted him on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and other alleged crimes. Let's turn now to defense attorney Misty Marris. Misty, I wonder what you think about this proposal that Diddy's attorney is putting forward to the judge, considering the fact that Diddy has shown, even while facing legal action, he has a propensity to reach out to witnesses or potential witnesses.
Right. So the defense is putting together another package with more restrictions to propose to the judge in this appeal, which is actually before the district court judge that will be overseeing the entirety of this case. Look, they want to add some additional restrictions so that it shows and furthers their argument that Diddy will, the two parameters that really matter, is he a flight risk? Will he show up for his next appearances? And number two, is he a danger? And that's not just a danger to society. That relates to being a danger in the sense that he might communicate with witnesses, that there could be some obstructionist behavior, as prosecutors have argued. So they're doing their best to put together something more, but under the circumstances, it's unlikely to be successful. I think we're going to see upholding the bail determination from yesterday.
Misty, what do you make of this letter, part of the letter that the defense team wrote to the judge outlining the rough conditions in this detention center that Diddy is going to be held in? They outlined that there was a murder there a few months ago, that 4 people had died by suicide in the last few years. Generally, that other courts in that district have found it's in rough shape. Is that going to help him much?
Well, the Metropolitan Detention Center that we're talking about is something that we've heard many times. Ghislaine Maxwell complaining about the conditions, other defendants who have spent time there. The reason that you see the defense raising that as another issue in the case, because they're of course asking for house arrest, is because with respect to these particular very severe charges, there's what's called a presumption of detention, meaning the defense has the burden to tell the judge and to overcome a presumption that favors the prosecution and favors holding Combs in jail pending trial. Because of that, anything and everything, including these new conditions that are being proposed to limit who he would have contact with if he were to be on house arrest, in addition to the conditions that have been the subject of criticism in this particular detention center, they're going to use anything and everything they have in order to overcome that presumption.
Misty, let's talk about this case and how it could shape up. This is what Combs' attorney said about a plea deal.
Is there any chance Sean Combs takes a plea deal?
I don't see it happening. I do not see it happening. He's innocent. I believe he's innocent. I believe he's innocent of the charges. And he is going to go to trial, and I believe he's going to win.
I wonder what you think about that, Misty, considering that we've heard, at least described by the prosecutors, and I'm sure it's normal to sound confident about the case you have, but they say that he videotaped his transgressions.
I think the reason that you're hearing the defense attorney say that a plea deal is very unlikely to happen is because of exactly what you pointed out. There's video evidence. We don't know what else was taken from all of that, all of those electronics that were taken in the raid and were reviewed as evidence for this case. We heard prosecutors say they interviewed up to 50 witnesses. We know that there's a conspiracy element of this, right? We have racketeering, that there might be others who are involved. I think what the defense is really saying is, okay, we're going to take it to trial because any plea deal would be unlikely to be so favorable. We're talking about charges that carry a minimum of 15 years. So the idea that a plea deal is going to be something that will have a not so severe punishment is just really not in the cards for this particular case.
Yeah, really interesting. Misty Marris, thank you so much. We do appreciate it.